It's me, President Obama again. President Lincoln's voice was really annoying and now he's disappeared. I don't know what to do about that. This happened 2 days ago when I put Sergeant Egg on the case. She is our best. She decided to travel back in time to see what happened to Abe Lincoln. She went to Ford's Theater. Ford's Theater was also known at the time by the initials of its founder, Charles Henry Ford, the CHF Theater, Charles Henry Ford's Theater, or the CHF. Something had happened to Abe Lincoln, but she wasn't sure what. Sergeant Harvard had already stopped John Wilkes Booth, so it had to be something else. Abe Lincoln was lying there. He couldn't breathe while he was lying down. If he stood up, he would be able to breathe. But he was sitting, or lying down, and so he couldn't breathe. She told him so. She told him to stand up so he could breathe better, and he did. When he was standing, he could finally breathe again, and he said, "I want to smoke crack at the Weezer show one last time. I thought it was weird." Abe Lincoln smoking crack while listening to Weezer. Super sus. Sergeant Egg said that he should take it easy with the crack. Know what he said? He said the war has really pressured him. That his pressure from the war was super elevated. And then he said, "Sometime I'm really low." Like the pressure is really high and that gets him super low, just bummed out. And that's why he smokes crack. Abe Lincoln was telling a story about how he was a championship wrestler in high school. He was on the JVD team in 4th grade. That's how advanced he was. He was on the JVD team when he was really young, and then he won the championship. Out of nowhere, Sergeant Egg saw a disheveled hooligan jump out of the crowd. He aimed a really cool blue ray gun at Abe Lincoln. Sergeant Egg said it looked awesome. It was futuristic, it was super cool, and it should have blue ray. However, the young man looked like he was 12. He was sweating. He missed the first 7 times he shot. He was so nervous he was sweaty all over. He was sweaty and shooting a cool blue ray gun at Abe Lincoln. It was Airman Colton. Ben Franklin was also there. He was around 160 at the time, so he was sleeping when all this was taking place. But all the commotion woke him up. He woke up and was coughing. He was asleep, but Airman Colton's incompetent ray gun firing woke him up, and he was coughing and having trouble breathing. While Airman Colton was firing wildly, Sergeant Egg was desperate to lower the tension. She needed to lower the tension there at Ford's Theater. It was the only way to save Abe Lincoln. She needed antihypertensives. Antihypertensives would definitely help. She looked at Airman Colton. His feet were swelled. It looked like the aliens had done something to him. His feet were full of water. It was crazy. There was so much water where it was not supposed to be. She thought he might need some diuretics. Sergeant Egg thought the diuretics would help with his water issue. But eventually, Airman Colton hit Abe Lincoln with his ray gun, as the prophecy foretold. Airman Colton was now the new John Wilkes Booth.